Welcome to A Tribe Called Swish. This is B More, and this is episode number 2. So what I'm going to do to kick this one off, do something that I should have done in the last episode and do a quick introduction. So my name is B More from South Carolina. Been loving the NBA since I was little. So that's why I decided I want to do a podcast. It's been an idea that I've been having in my head for the longest. And, I heard somebody say if it's something that you can't forget, then maybe it's something you need to do. So here I am. So look, I'm a Generation X guy. So I came in, my earliest memories are toward the end of the Magic Johnson era. My prime was probably MJ, Iverson, Marbury, KG, that era. That's probably when my prime, when all I had to do was kind of watch basketball all day. Loved college basketball during that time when they had real stars in college basketball. So that's where I'm coming from. I'm not coming from a place where I want to have an endless GOAT discussion. You won't see that here. You won't see me do a ton of list of top 5 best. No, I'm not going to do those things. What I want to do is have just real conversations, talk about the game, because I feel like that's what's missing in NBA media right now. And I love the NBA. I love the players. I love where the league is at. The league is far from perfect, and I think there are things that we can improve it that I would definitely feel free to address. But I'm not coming from a place of hate, of trying to endlessly compare everybody to Jordan. I want to praise the greats. I want to acknowledge the greatness that's happening right now. And I want to also look to the future, the players who are going to take over the league, because you want to look at the future of the league. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James, they are on the back end of their careers. And we have to start to focus on the new people who are in their prime, the Jokic, the SGA who's entering his prime, Giannis who's still in his prime, Dame who's probably starting to exit his prime a little bit, and Jalen Brunson who's entering his prime. These are the players that we need to start focusing on, and that's what I want to use this platform on, to focus on the other stuff that you don't get to see on other podcasts and other stations, the stuff that matters, the love of the game, the play of the game, and appreciate the game. I'm coming from a place of appreciation because I've always loved watching basketball. I've always loved playing basketball. And that's where I'm coming from. Yes, we will be critical at times, but for the most part, it's just focusing on the game, because I think that's what's missing in NBA media right now. Now, what you came here for, NBA update. Playoff races are heating up. Let's start with the Eastern Conference. The Orlando Magic snapped the Cleveland Cavaliers 16-game win streak, which was crazy, but it took a team effort. Franz Wagner, Paolo, and Wendell Carter Jr. but each had 22, 24, and 16 points to lead the Magic to this upset. So what does this mean for these two teams? The Orlando Magic, well, status quo. Actually, status quo for both teams. Nothing changes. Orlando is still not there. I think they are a competitive team. They're a young team, sometimes fun to watch, but sometimes make crazy decisions on offense and defense. So nothing has changed for this team. I do think Paolo is a star, and I think that he's going to be one of the faces of the league in the years to come. But this team is missing something. They're missing an identity. I'm not quite sure what to make of the Magic right now. The Cavs, on the other hand, we know who they are. They are a tough defending team. They are a great offensive team. They make timely baskets, timely defensive stops. Donovan Mitchell, we all know he's a star. Evan Mobley is coming to his own, and he's probably going to be Defensive Player of the Year. Darius Garland, while sometimes inconsistent, he has played really well this season. Definitely better than what he played last season, in my opinion. So the Cavs are still in the 1 seed. Nothing's changed with that, and I think they're still favored to go at least to the Eastern Conference Finals. Minnesota, something's happened. They won 8 straight games. Anthony Edwards dropped 40 last night. So what's going on in Minnesota? I don't know because honestly, I've written this team off for dead. They are in the play-in right now. I don't think they're going to make any noise in the playoffs because I just think this team is just not right. I think Julius Randle is a poor fit. I do think the trade that we can see right now has made neither team championship contenders, but that's basketball. You go for the big trade. You try to make the big splash. Lastly, Lakers and Suns, 2 teams that are probably really going nowhere. Lakers, we really don't know what kind of team they're going to be. The LeBron and Luka experiment has been limited. And so when LeBron comes back and when Rui comes back, we'll see exactly how good or great this team can be. But the story I want to talk about is this Phoenix team. This Phoenix team played like they gave up, like they feel that their season is over. I would think when the Mavericks pretty much lost their whole team due to injury or trade, that would have lit a fire under this Phoenix Suns team to make a real run for the play-in. But the way they played yesterday against the Lakers, they just seemed disinterested. I think Bradley Beal is saying hey, he's happy because he can't get traded because there's no trade clause. So he doesn't care really what happens to the team. So when you have a team like this, I think it's the best bet is to blow it up. This team does not want to win. At least they don't want to win together. I think Devin Booker is Mr. Phoenix Sun, so you can't get rid of him. I think he stays. I think you try to figure out a package for Bradley Beal in the offseason. Kevin Durant, all signs are pointing that he's going to be gone. Blow this team up, get some pieces, get some draft picks, and try to start all over. Against games, the Eastern Conference playoff standings remain relatively unchanged, while the Western Conference has been a big shakeup. The Houston Rockets are the number 2 seed right now. There's plenty of time left for them to fumble the bag, but right now they're looking strong. After coming out of the All-Star break and losing 6 games straight, they seem to have righted the ship. The Lakers, with their 4-game losing streak prior to last night's win, fumbled the ball, and now they've dropped down to a 5th seed. But for the Lakers, a 5th seed isn't bad. A 5th seed going up against the Golden State Warrior team is a really good matchup. I think honestly, that's where they should live at. The Memphis Grizzlies are coming in at the 4th seed, and the Nuggets right now are currently the 3rd seed. The 3-4 matchup of the Nuggets and Grizzlies are really going to determine, I think, a lot of futures in the Western Conference. Because the Grizzlies are going to have to figure out what is going on with this franchise. Ja came back and he's had a decent season, but he's been in and out of the lineup. The Nuggets can't play defense. So both of these teams, I think they're at a crossroads in their franchise of what's next. Are we really championship contenders? Do we need to make a big move in the offseason? How do we truly improve? We have some of the right pieces, but we're still missing something. The Nuggets can win because they have the best player in the world on their team, but the way they play defense is so terrible. The Nuggets are in trouble when the playoffs come. This Warriors team is kind of exciting for me. 14-1 since Jimmy has came over. Again, I don't want to sip the Kool-Aid and think that they can actually win it all, but they keep winning. They just keep finding ways how to win. They don't have a center. Draymond Green is old. He doesn't like to shoot the ball. But my God, the space that Steph Curry is getting when Jimmy Butler's on the floor is crazy. The fact that they're able to win the minutes when Steph is on the bench now because of Jimmy Butler is just a positive note. So what can this Golden State Warriors team do? Who can they be? I don't know. I don't want to sip the Kool-Aid and think that they have another run in them. But man, it's hard. It's really hard not to. That first round matchup against the Lakers is going to be the bellwether series for them. If they can find a way to win, all bets are off. I still believe the Thunder and the Celtics are the 2 best teams and they're going to meet in the finals. But I'm going to tell you, if the Golden State Warriors figure out a way to beat the Lakers, if they face the Lakers in the first round, if they figure out a way to do that, all bets are off. And that will make the second round of the playoffs that much more interesting. So we'll see. Golden State, again, there's a wild card. You can't, it's hard to argue against championship DNA, but, who's to say? Steph and Jimmy in the playoffs is going to be fun. But you know what is fun? Watching Draymond Green completely disrespect Cat over the weekend. Cat, man, just from me to you, please fight back. People just keep hitting you over and over again, and you just don't fight back. Jimmy Butler called you a hoe when you were in Minnesota. And now Draymond Green calling you soft. These allegations will not leave you if you don't do something. Look, sometimes violence isn't the answer. But there are times where you might need some violence. And Kat, everyone thinks you're a punk. You got to fight back. Just one time. You just look, man, you're 6'10", 200 something pounds. You just need to slap one person one time and the rest of your life will be easy. That's all you need to do. But having Draymond Green call you soft, and then on top of that, letting him drive past you for a layup, Draymond Green has no offensive game. That's just an embarrassing point. Listen, Dominicans got to be hiding their heads today. This is just embarrassing. So with that said, Kat, please stand your ground just once. Thank you all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is B More from A Tribe Called Swish, signing out. Peace.